Welcome back to the My Managed Career with the Wolves, and here we are, January transfer window, and we've got a big month of football coming your way as well. So we're going to get into a couple of the players that we potentially will be looking to move on. Of course, we discussed this a couple of episodes back, but now we need to have that conversation with Matt Hobbs about who we potentially keep and who do we move on here in the transfer window. So we've got Bueno at the moment, 5.92 rating. He's only played 5 matches this season, so overall hasn't really been involved, but his market value at the moment is 21.5. When we look at Gomez, he's played 20 matches, 7 clean sheets, a 7.44, while the stats look good. There's been a little bit of lapses in judgment, which has cost us some points. His value is 20.5. Now with Woe, he hasn't played many games, only 6 matches this season, 1 clean sheet. His stats is 7.33, and reviewing all 3 of them, it's a no-brainer for Matt Hobbs. Bueno is the guy that we're going to look to put on the transfer list, and Gomez will keep as a backup, and then Woe's got another opportunity to showcase what he can do for the remainder of the season. So we're going to run through the scouting report now with Matt Hobbs for him to make that final decision on who we potentially pick up here in the January transfer window. All of them have got their upsides, their downsides. Ultimately, you got Sotelo, who is 25 years of age, 80 overall. You got Vandenberg, who's 24 years of age, 80 overall. But the kid that I like the most, and hopefully we can pick him up, is Tom Roth. He is 21 years of age, 76 overall. He's versatile on the left back as well as centre back position. So very similar to Sotelo, who's a right back who can play centre back. And I think with both of those in the squad, we've got coverage for the wing backs if they do by chance be playing on the bench with Gomez and Lamina playing in the starting lineup, or they've got that versatility to be able to cover the wing positions if we do have Nori and Chilwell up in the front line. But first, we need to go to Union Berlin and discuss the transfer fee, and then we need to try and get this contract sorted as well with Tom Roth. Being that he's only on 24k at the moment, I think if we can get the transfer fee sorted, it shouldn't be a problem when we get to the contract part. Now, ultimately, we've got about 18 million up our sleeve is what Matt Hobbs has given us. The market value is 15.5 mil, so we'll look to go the 15.5 first up and see if we can get him secured just on that. Now, they want Archie Gray with the sum of 5.9 included. There is no chance we're going to give up Archie Gray in this transfer, so we'll go back with the 17.9, so about 100k just below what we can max out with. They want 17.9, but with a sell-on clause of 6%. So we'll reject the sell-on clause and go back with the 17.9. They've rejected that once again, but gone to 18.4. Look, our max is 18 million. We'll go to that, see if they'll be happy with that one. If not, we might need to go back to the drawing board. But the good news is Union Berlin have agreed to the transfer fee of 18 million, which I think could be an absolute steal if he develops well. He's only 21 years of age, so he's got plenty of upside, and I'll see him as a potential ongoing starter for us, if not in a wing-back position, covering the centre-back. At the very least, he'll be on the bench from there. So we'll give him important, so that should be fine. We'll go the 4 years that we talked about with Matt Hobbs as well. And now his contract, he's currently on 24,000. We don't want a release clause because last time we had one of those, Gomez unfortunately departed without us really having any opportunity to try and stop that one. We'll go with 35k. We'll do a signing bonus of 500k. So we'll give him an additional clean sheet bonus. So 10 clean sheets. If he achieves that, we'll give him an additional 400k by the end of the year. And that should be enough to get him over the line. Hopefully, no, he wants 36.5. Doesn't even want the clean sheet bonus. And I think, you know what? For an extra 50k a year, it's well worth it. He's got plenty of upside, and his value, I think, will shoot through the roof before we end this series, that's for sure. So Tommy Roth will be joining the Wolves here in the January transfer window, and he's looking to boost up that defensive back line with Lamina, Gomez, Sedilia, Nori, and Chilwell. Now, one of the areas that I think we've been a little bit disappointing this season has been the set pieces, and I think with this guy potentially inside the box, he's 6'4", he's a giant. He'll just add that additional target man that we potentially need there, but he's also good with the boot. So if the ball drops, he might be able to tap one in and get some points on the board. So Tommy Roth will be our first signing here in the January transfer window. He has come across on that 18 million. We've still got a bit of money to play with. Obviously, we want to look for a centre midfielder as well. We've obviously tried for Fernandez multiple times, but I think he's now outside our budget. So we do have a couple of additional people that we might look at and that will be after this first match against Everton. So let's jump straight into this first match here. They currently sit in 14th position. They've lost 4 of their last 5 matches. We, of course, have been on tremendous form, winning every match in December. So we're looking for a big performance here today. This will be Tommy Ross' debut match as well here. So it's going to be a big match for him to potentially settle himself within the starting lineup. We, of course, also need to look for a potential backup striker, being that Hee-Chan has been listed on the transfer window. So, being that we've got Goodez, we've got Larson, we've got Kuna who can step up, I think we do need to look at potentially signing someone else and replace Hee-Chan. So that is another play that we need to look at in this January transfer window as well. But looking at the lineup for Everton, they're going with a 4-2-3-1. They've got very strong squad that potentially, last time we versed them, they almost beat us and there was some ridiculous shots there. So hopefully none of that happens in this one and we can pick up the 3 points. We will be going with the 4-2-2-2. Sedilia and Roth will be the new partnership in that back line. Lamina and Gray will be in the centre defensive mid, and Machado, Gluka, Goodez and Kuna up front. You got Chilwell and Nori on the wing-back positions. Now, with Larson's return not long away, Kuna is potentially going to move back into that cam position. I would love to potentially keep him up front to partner Larson, but I think he was still very solid when he was playing in the cam position earlier on in the season, and I think he can still be as dangerous as he has been up front. We just need to potentially look at, beautiful pass there by Kuna. Goodez gets on the outside, shot opportunity, but blocked there by the keeper. That was a nice early attempt there from Goodez and Kuna combining. And that's potentially, the versatility of Kuna there. He's ultimately can be a good distributor, but he's also great in attack. So him moving back to the cam position, I still think we won't lose what we're currently getting from him. Machado at the moment, shot attempt. And Gluka there picking up the scraps 6 minutes in, the first goal of this match. But another option in the cam position is Machado. We can't forget, since returning from his recall, he's been tremendous in that cam position. Do I see him as a full-time for the rest of the season? No. While he's been tremendous since returning back from recall from Luton Town, I just think his overall is not quite to the level to be full-time in that cam position. So if it's not Kuna, potentially we need to look at recruiting someone additional to the squad, being that we've got Tommy Doyle also out for a long-term injury. So we ultimately need to look at a centre midfielder, a striker, and then evaluate how we want to line up for the remainder of the season. We've got some tremendous players in fine form at the moment. And then if we could just add a couple of additional pieces to the squad that just get us over the line, we could finish this season in a very good position, ready to go for Season 2. That's a beautiful pass there from Gluka, but unfortunately it went to Kuna instead of Goodez. I thought the pass was better for Goodez, but it wouldn't switch across. And Machado's trying to push down here on the left-hand side. He does miss on that attempt. Ball back in centre field. Archie Gray with a big swing and miss. Ball centre field. Roth defending up there. Poor pass out. Lamina's going to have to push down. Chip across the top here. McNeil through. Chilwell misses. Pass straight into the box there. Are you kidding me? That was poor defence. We were all just sitting off on that one, conceding just before the half-time break. That was poor defence by the whole back line on that one. Sedilia, unfortunately, was caught in no man's land, and the short side, the keeper, shouldn't let that one in, but it was a good shot into the top pocket, so it was going to be a hard one to save. And we're going to go into this halftime break. Unfortunately, Everton tied it all up, and just like the last match, they're not going away. While they're sitting in 14th position, they are still causing all sorts of problems for us at the moment, but we've got a penalty opportunity here 50 minutes in. Kuna looking to potentially put it in the box. He's got big Tommy Roth underneath it here. Shot opportunity. He puts it on the foot instead of the head. And that's the versatility of Tommy Roth. He normally plays that left-back position. He's a big guy, but he can also shoot as well. And we've got Kuna here potentially looking to put it in there for the big guy. He puts it a little bit too wide there. Gray, unfortunately, doesn't get a clean header to that one. But Nori taps it down to Sedilia. He's going to find Lamina here, centre field. Beats a defender. He's been tripped up there, so it should be a penalty. Do we look to play advantage here? I think we give it to Kuna for a free kick opportunity. 24 metres out. It's definitely within his range. We'll look to try and curl it back here. 14-kilometre winds, so it's in our favour. And what a shot there from Kuna. What a shot. Top pocket, 56 minutes in, 18th of the season. He is an absolute superstar. Curls this. Beautiful shot over the top of the line. And you're just not going to get across there as a keeper. It was a beautiful shot there, straight over the top line. And then once again, just top right pocket. That was going to be no chance for the keeper. And Kuna scores first here in the second half. We're up by 1, 57 minutes in. Chip across here, Nori pushing down. Gray's going to have to try and do the same. Defensively pushes in there. Great defensive play there by Archie Gray. He saw them make a mistake. And he pushes down. Beautiful pass through to Goodes. Shot opportunity. And that's how you want to do it. 62 minutes in. Get a 2-point buffer here. And Archie Gray saw him fumbling the ball and just aggressively push down. And then he delivers for another assist. He's been tremendous in that centre defensive mid position. Distributing the ball nicely to the front line. McNeil with it here for Everton at the moment. They've got Chelsea next. Lamina's going to have to push down. Bit of no man's land for Lamina. Sedelia out of position. Nori's going to have to slide across here. And unfortunately, we concede here 15 minutes in. Lamina, Sedelia just really not communicating on that one. And it was a nice pass through the line as well. Roth was potentially not in the best position either on that one. So not the best start for this new combination in the back line. Machado with it at the moment. Looking to find Nori here out wide. He's got Kuna and potential Goodes hitting the box here. Goodes wide open shot blocked by the keeper. Oh, the scratch picked up Kuna opportunity, but he doesn't control the ball. And Everton get away with that one. 9 minutes. We've got 4 minutes before the hooter here. Lamina pushing down aggressively on McNeil. But he controls the ball again. Brings it back to centre field. Gardner. Sedelia pushing. Oh, he's just been beat. He's been out-muscled there. Keeper one-on-one. And Everton tied all up here. After the full-time minutes, extra time only. Sedelia just gets out-muscled. Centre field. While we had a 2-point advantage there, we just let it slip. We just fell asleep behind the wheel. Disappointing to be conceding 3 goals here. We just need to defend there. Unfortunately, we're only going to walk away with the 1 point there against Everton. A disappointing performance by our defensive line, especially having a new recruit come in there. You would expect a little bit better. But potentially we now need to regroup here for the second game. It was a 62-38 split on possession. Our best player was Kuna, of course. And then Goodes with a 9.2 was our second best player. Arsenal beat Man United, so that's a big win for them. And Liverpool beat West Ham. Now, before we get into the next match, of course, we're in the January transfer window, which means offers are coming in for our players as well. We've got Oscar Glucker offer coming in from Arsenal. It's a swap deal with 29 million included. I'm not really interested in the player that's been offered. His market value is 74 million at the minimum. Now, the good news is Matt Hobbs does agree Oscar Glucker's value to us is far greater than the offer that's made by Arsenal. While they are a top club, we're going to decline this one, being that we're in potential push for Champions League as well. So we're going to decline that one, and we're going to now head across to the first leg of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We obviously picked up the FA Cup last season. Can we potentially pick up the Carabao Cup this season? Who stands in our way? It will be Spurs, who is a tough opponent. We, of course, are at home for the first match. The second match will be away. So hopefully we can get a bit of a lead in this one, and then we can hold out in the second leg and get ourselves to Wembley from there. So Tom Rolfe's going to get another opportunity here to showcase what he can do in this starting lineup with Sedelia. Lamina's going to be playing the centre defensive mid position with Gray. And hopefully with the second match under their belt, they can get a little bit of cohesion happening in that back line. Obviously, they can cover the back left and right back position, so if we did need to move one of them to the bench, that won't be a problem because it will cover the centre back and then one of the wing back positions. But I would love to see how they both go in the starting lineup, being that they can be quite versatile and cover the wings where needed. Now, we're versing Spurs, who are going with a 4-3-3. They do have a familiar face up in the starting lineup as well with Pablo Sarabia. Apologies if I've butchered his name. I keep doing it, so I do apologise if I've done it again there. But we're going to see if we can potentially get a bit of an advantage here in the first leg of this semi-final. But it's always a tough challenge when you are versing a team of Spurs quality. Machado with the ball here at the moment, pushing it down centre field. He's going to look to find Nori out in the left wing. He's going to bring it back here, chip across to Kuna. Shot opportunity blocked, but the ref's going to blow a whistle, and I believe he was offside on that one, but it's looking dangerous early on, which is good signs for us. Kuna getting involved early. It's obviously a play to watch here. 19 minutes in, Spurs. Nice defensive play there from Roth. Kuna slowing the play down here at the moment. Brings it back to Gudez. He's got Gluka run the beautiful line here. He's inside the box. Shot opportunity. Curls it with a Trivela. 23 minutes in. We score the first goal and we've got that advantage. Beautiful play there from Gudez. Down to Gluka running a fantastic line. And once again, his shot options. He is a superstar in the making for us. The number 7. Just curls it past the keeper into the left pocket. Looking dangerous as ever, Gluka. Nice defensive play there by Nori. Gets the ball to Gray. Pushes it down to Gudez once again. He's got Chilwell and Gluka out wide. Uses Gluka. He's going to chip it over top here to Kuna. Taps it on to Gudez. I think he's offside on that one. He absolutely butchers the shot attempt as well. But Gluka, Kuna and Gudez all getting involved early on in this one. We're 29 minutes in here. Gluka pushing down. He misses completely on that one. But Chilwell trying to get underneath. Unable to do so. Solanke with a nice pass through. Solomon. Roth sliding across. Great defensive play there by Roth. Sedelia here. Down to Lamina. Pushing down centre field. He's got Gudez on the inside. Uses him. Tries to beat the defender here. Gets himself in spot. Shot opportunity there, but it's blocked there from Phillips. Nice defensive play there by Roth down the other end. Kuna looking to put it inside the box. Gluka, unfortunately, underneath it for some reason. Machado taps it down to Gray. He's going to find Gudez, but he just unfortunately couldn't control it. A long ball out here to Solomon. Chilwell misses on the first attempt. Solanke running straight through the middle. Roth's going to have to slide across here. Trying to get there. And it's saved there by Saar. Beautiful play there by the keeper. And that's just before the halftime break. But it's still a corner to go. Into the box. Cleared out here by Gray. Unfortunately, wasn't the cleanest. Oh, Sedelia puts his foot up. Taps it down. And unfortunately, Spurs pick up a goal just before the halftime break. The shot from outside the box. Sedelia puts his foot up. Keeper dives that way, so he's still on the ground. And just a wide open shot there. Unfortunate. And which means we're going to go into this halftime break all tied up here. We're looking good though. In attack, it's been good. Defensively, we've been strong. Obviously, in that type of situation is always challenging. But I think we've been overall strong in the defensive line. And once again, Roth getting involved, which is good to see, the new recruit. Gluka here, making a break down the right-hand side. Breaks back into the middle field. He's got Kuna running a nice line there, but I think he's going to be offside. It was probably half a foot too late on that one. Oh, it's barely even. It's a hand, if anything. Saar with it at the moment. Machado, nice defensive play there from Machado. Beautiful pass through to Kuna here. Gets himself in the middle. Shot. Blocked. You're not going to stop him. He picks up the scraps. He gets his 19th goal of the season. And we also get that 1 point advantage. But once again, Kuna, he's just getting a lucky ball every now and again. Saved by the keeper, but the ricochet straight back to him. But as all great players do, they're always involved, which means they get those lucky bounces, and we get that 1 point advantage here. 69 minutes in, Sedelia pushes up aggressively. He's getting involved as well, putting his body into the defensive line. Glucker here. He's got Silva with an opportunity here, one-on-one. And again, Silva just can't get it past the keeper, one-on-one. Gray with the ball, shooting outside against his former club. And unfortunately, Forrester just too strong. 2 hands on the ball. Chilwell here. 10 minutes left. Glucker steps back on the inside. Nice play there by the cam. He's got Chilwell out wide, but he's going to use him now. I thought potentially we weren't going to use him, but Chilwell pushing into the box here. Shot opportunity saved by the keeper. And it's cleared out here. Machado trying to get underneath. Picks up the scraps here, but unfortunately couldn't get the pass past Phillips. We're going into extra time here. Lamina sliding across. Chilwell looking to do the same. Solomon with it at the moment. Centre field. And that's going to be it. We do get that 1 point advantage here in the first leg. But the question is, will that be enough when we head to leg 2 away from home? We shall find out, that's for sure. But a good performance across the grounds. I think defensively we were strong. Unfortunately, we did concede that 1 goal, but it was off a lucky bounce. And, you know, unfortunately, sometimes it's the luck of football on that one. But looking at the match stats, it was a 45-55 split. And looking at performance-wise, Machado was our best player, the man of the match from there. But once again, like we ended the last match, we had an offer come in for one of our star players. We've had it happen again here, but this time it is Kuna, and it's come from Milan. They've offered significantly less than what Leverkusen did with 51 million. And the good news is Matt Hobbs agrees that we should decline this one, being that it's significantly less. And his value is obviously way more to the club staying here for the remainder of the season. But the vultures are circling at the moment for our top players, and we need to be mindful. Looking at contracts of one of our up-and-comers or players on the fringe, we've got Fabio Silva that needs a renewed contract. We're potentially going to look to do for 50,000 as agreed with Matt Hobbs, and we can see if we can get this over the line with him. Hopefully we can sign him for a year or 2. There has been a couple of offers coming in from other clubs, so if we don't sign him soon, we could potentially lose him on a free. So we'll go with 50 to 60. Unfortunately, he wants 73. So we'll see if we can potentially wait it out until we can offer it again. If not, we could lose him on a free. We've also got an offer coming here for Santiago Bueno, coming from Aston Villa. Obviously, we've sent a couple of players across to them recently as well with Bellegarde. They want it for 22.7 million. We're going to potentially counter it to 25 million. But if they don't budge, we're ultimately going to accept the 22.7, being that it is above his market rate at the moment. So we'll go to 25, see if they're happy to pay that. They are a club that's at the top of the Premier League, so they might have a bit of extra funds available. But we'll see if we can get over the line for just a couple extra million from there. But Bueno looks to be potentially moving on to Aston Villa if we do get that transfer sorted. Now, we have had an offer come in for Gudez, but being his performance has been sensational for the start of the season, he's actually due for a renewal of a contract. So we'll decline that one. But obviously we've got Hee-Chan on the transfer list at the moment. So if they are looking for a potential striker or winger, that could be an option for Spurs. And he's roughly around the same value as well. Talking about Hee-Chan, he will be starting in this match here in the FA Cup, being that we want to give him some game time. He was tremendous to start the season. Unfortunately, he was all on track to hit the expectations and get a renewal of the contract, but the injury hit him and he was out for 3 months, and he just missed it by 2 contributions. So unfortunately, rules are rules, and he will be leaving us here in the January transfer window. Now, another return from injury is Gomez playing the centre defensive mid position. So this means we're actually going to have Lamina playing in the centre back position with Gomez. And then we're actually going to put Roth and Sedelia in their preferred positions of right and left back position. And as mentioned, Hee-Chan and Gudez will be playing up front in the striker. So we're giving Hee-Chan the opportunity, again, showcase what he can do for that potential future club for him. Now, the good news is it is clear skies, so hopefully we can control the ball well and get a couple of good kind of combinations down the front line. Obviously, we've got a new combination with Gudez and Hee-Chan up front for this one. It's a familiar combination. but obviously it's a new one from recent time. Roth with it at the moment down the left-hand side, looking across it inside the box. Goodez underneath it, but Butler taps it out here. But it was a nice little warning shot there from Roth. Gray sliding across here. Nice defensive play there by him once again. Machado with the ball. It's got Hee-Chan inside the box. Shot opportunity. Unfortunately, couldn't sneak it down the short side. There was a real chance there for Hee-Chan. Lamina pushing up. Roth also sliding across here. Lamina once again misses on that attempt. Ball through the legs of Roth. Gomez out of position. We are lucky. Young absolute butchered that shot attempt. Lamina cuts that one off 16 minutes in. Very lucky on that one. We could have been down by one very early in this one. Machado with the ball. Great pass through to Hee-Chan. He's got Goodez with a long ball to him. And he cuts it back to the left-hand side, straight past the keeper for his 9th of the season. A player that, you know, looking at those stats, you wouldn't think he was out for 3 months with an injury. But Goodez has returned in absolute tremendous form. Obviously not a long-term option for us being his age, but definitely a solid contributor this season and last season as well. Gomez sliding across with Roth pushing in centre field here. Shot opportunity, but Saar with a beautiful save. We need to clean up this back line. We have been leaking lines and holes completely, and that's a poor pass there from Gray. Saar with another save. We need to help the keeper out a little bit, playing a little bit smarter in this back line. 42 minutes in here, just before the halftime break. We're only up by one here at the moment in the FA Cup. Hee-Chan underneath it, unfortunately. Unable to get a clean head to that one. Gray sliding across, he misses. That's a beautiful pass through, and Lamina, he's out of position and he's trailing behind Young at the moment. And Young redeems himself from that poor shot attempt earlier. Picks up one just before the halftime break, and it seems to be deja vu for us, conceding so late in the first half. Lamina just trailing behind on this one. And Young makes sure he doesn't miss on that attempt. And unfortunately, we're all tied up in this FA Cup going into the halftime break. But we need to clean up that defensive line. We are conceding way too many times just before the halftime break. And it's definitely something we need to improve, that's for sure. Goodez with a nice defensive play there. Hee-Chan with it at the moment. Tried to get a pass through. Unfortunately, couldn't do so. But Machado with it at the moment. Down to Hee-Chan. Steps back on the inside. Shot opportunity. And he pushes it wide right on that one. 71 minutes in here. Goodez from the throw-in. Tried to chip it in. Unable to do so. He's going to bring it back here to Sedilia. Through to Machado. Shot blocked. Just can't get through this defensive line at the moment. Gomez through to Machado. Down. Slides back. Pushes in. Centre field. Oh, there you have it, Machado. For his 3rd of the season. And when we needed, he has stood up and delivered a big goal here in this FA Cup, giving us that 1 point advantage. But once again, this young kid from the Youth Academy stepping up here, 16 metres out, shoots between the legs. Cool, calm and collective, playing the cam position. And of course, I'm happy with that one. That was a beautiful goal. 85 minutes in now. Machado with a long ball through to Hee-Chan, into the box. Trying to step back around the inside, but defensively, they just cut it off on that one. Gomez taps it down. Gluka with it. Steps back, centre field. Shot opportunity, curls it. But he puts it wide left. Final moments of the match here. Free kick opportunity. Gomez looking to get underneath it, clears it out, and that should be game. We do advance here in the FA Cup. A strong performance by the midfield. Defensively, we need to be better, that's for sure. The Roth and Sedilia on the wing backs with Gomez and Lamina. In this one, just didn't work for us, but it was one game. We'll potentially trial it again down the track. 52-48 split. Goodez our man of the match with 9.9. I thought Machado could have been our man of the match with his performance today. But unfortunately, big news here. We do lose Fabio Silva on a free. Unfortunately, we're unable to renew his contract and he will be departing at the end of the season. Now, to wrap up this episode, we've got a big match against Arsenal. They're currently sitting in 3rd position. Kai Havertz is leading the charge as the top point scorer in the Premier League. And it's always a challenge when you're versing Arsenal. It is at home for us as well, so we've got a bit of home field advantage. Looking to put in a strong performance here in front of the home fans. Obviously cement ourselves in that top 4 position with a win here would be absolutely crucial for that. Now, a couple of changes to this starting lineup. Of course, we're going to bring all the starters back, but we will put Hee-Chan in the starting lineup next to Kuna up front. But we are going to go with that combination of Roth and Sedelia in that centre-back position. This is a real test for them being there against a top opponent in Arsenal, and it's an opportunity for them to really showcase what they can do as a partnership. Lamine is going to start in the centre defensive mid position with Gray, and that means Gomez will be on the bench for this match. Looking at Arsenal, they're going with a 4-4-2, Raya between the posts. The captain, of course, Odegaard, is a maestro in the midfield, and then that man up front, Kai Havertz, currently leading the charge in the point scoring tally at the moment in the Premier League. Kick off here though. Kuna looking to start it off. Hee-Chan with it. Across to Chilwell. Through to Hee-Chan. He's got Gluka running a nice line here. But unfortunately, Gabriel comes up defensively. You need to be a little bit better control with the ball than that when you're coming into the defensive line. Odegaard pushing down. Nice defensive play there from Roth. Clears it out here to Nori. He's got a bit of pace here, Nori. Kuna running a beautiful line here. Beats Saliba here, but Saliba does return. But unfortunately, he disrupts it enough where Kuna just loses control of the ball and leaves it behind. That was a real opportunity there for us early on in this one. 15 minutes in here, Raya clearing it out to Saka. Nori sliding across here. Through to Odegaard. Good ball movement here from Arsenal. Roth pushing down. Oh, beautiful pass through to Havertz. A shot from outside the box. Sarr was ready for it. And it was a warning shot there from Havertz. We're 31 minutes in here. Havertz with the ball once again. Steps around the defender. Oh, beautiful defense there. It's support play from Chilwell coming across from the wing position. And we clear it out here. It has been a defensive battle here early on in the first half. We're 41 minutes in here. Once again, Nori coming up defensively. Lamina with it. Looking to potentially get it out. Machado. Kuna looking to run a line here. Steps back on the inside. Hee-Chan looking to try and get around this defensive line, but they just recover so well. Gray. Shot opportunity, but Raya good with the hands. And we're going to go into this halftime break all tied up here. No score by the squad. It has been a defensive battle on both ends. Who can potentially get through this line first? That is the real question. Lamina with a poor pass on that one. Sedelia's going to have to slide across here. He's been beat on the outside. Pushing down here. Havertz through to Saka. Oh, you're kidding me. That was way too easy. 54 minutes in here. That was just backyard passing there. Tap on, tap on. And then Saka just wide open inside the box. Sedelia tried to push up, tried to cut off the lane. And Havertz just finds Saka. That was a great defensive play there from Nori. Left-hand side here, Nori. Cross into the box here. Unfortunately, Gluka couldn't get a clean head to that one, but it's going to be a corner opportunity for us on the left-hand side. Guys, it's starting to get a little bit tired here. 77 minutes in. We need to score here. Got the big Tommy Roth inside the box waiting for this one. But unfortunately, we curl it straight to Raya. And it was an easy catch for him. We don't have much time here. 10 minutes. Oh, big error there by the keeper. Gluka picks up the scraps. And we tie it all up here. 80 minutes. The little general pounces on that one. Puts enough pressure on Gabriel. And Raya. A big mistake there. And we tie it all up. 83 minutes in here. I'd be happy with a draw at the very least in this one, because it has been a defensive battle, that's for sure. Lamina's going to have to slide across here. Unfortunately misses on that attempt. And he's going to be offside. We are lucky. That was a beautiful pass, though. And it would have been millimetres offside, only 88 minutes in. Depay has come on here for Arsenal. So they're making some changes to the front line. Machado pushing down here, left-hand side, but he gives the ball up way too easy. Centre field here. Gray fighting for it at the moment. Havertz too strong. Marino through to Depay. Sedelia misses. Oh, Ross sliding across. Oh, you're kidding me. Unfortunate. We just let that slip with some poor judgment in defence. And the new man, Depay, has scored the goal to give him the victory. Ross trying to slide across. Sedelia trying to recover. Short side as well. I absolutely hate those goals. But Sarr just couldn't get a hand to it. And unfortunately, Arsenal pick up the victory. They pick up a critical 3 points here. Obviously, currently in third position going into this match. And it's a battle at the top of the table at the moment. Match stats 39-61. It was all in favour of Arsenal. It was a defensive battle for us. Glucker was our man of the match. And unfortunately, we're going to end this episode with the loss against Arsenal. Looking at the 4 matches, we had the draw against Everton, the 2 cup wins, 1 in the Carabao, 1 in the FA. But unfortunately, the loss against Arsenal to round out this episode. Looking at where we sit on the position board at the moment, we still sit in second position, which is good. Unfortunately, with that win for Arsenal, they do claw closer to us at 42 points. And we're only 2 points away from Newcastle at the moment. Looking at relegation, you've got Burnley, Brighton and Bournemouth at the moment all looking to be relegated at season end. Now, we have had a return offer come back from Aston Villa. They haven't gave us much more, about 500k more than the original offer, which we're going to accept. So that's 23.3 million. But that's going to be it for this episode. Once again, appreciate all the support across this series. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button as it does help the channel grow. And for those that are new around here and haven't already, make sure you do hit subscribe. And of course, if you missed any of the episodes so far, at the end of this will be the playlist for you guys to enjoy. But in the next episode, final 4 matches of January, of course, we still need to sign a potential centre midfielder and a striker to replace Hee-Chan when he does move on in this window. So a lot to cover in the next episode. Once again, appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on that next episode.